What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Goin Solo. Now, in the last episode, we took care of all the rhythm guitars, and on this episode, we're going to lay down the bottom end, and you know I'm talking about the bass! You know, bass is very often the butt of everybody's jokes and memes, but in reality, this is a very important part of the frequency spectrum. You miss this dearly when it's not there. You have to play it cleanly, you have to play it on tempo, but when you do, it'll tie the whole thing together like glue. So, much like the guitars, I have two main ways of recording this bass into this project, and they are as follows. Now, what you're hearing there is method number one. I do own a bass amplifier, had the bass going right into it with no effects, and a microphone in front of it going into the computer. If I'm doing something with a 1960s, 1970s vibe, sometimes I'll record bass like this, just to go old school. But for this song, just like the rhythm guitars, I'm going to take the bass and go right into the audio interface, and then into the computer to use a bass amp simulator. Now, just like the guitar amp simulator, this bass amp simulator has knobs and effects and settings, and I can change any of it later on, including using a completely different one or a different speaker cabinet if I want to. It can all be changed later on. Now, once again, these are not necessarily the final effects and settings being used. These are things that sound pleasing to the ear during the recording process. Whenever I'm recording something, I always have the instrument that I'm playing up higher than everything else so I can hear it a little better, and I usually have some different effects on it to make it more pleasing to my ear and more inspiring while I play. All of the final decisions regarding how everything sounds will be made in the mix stage. Bass playing styles. There are a few, but every song on the Trailing Edge album, and pretty much any other song I've ever done, I've been exclusively a fingerstyle bass player. But when I was recording the demo to this song, I decided to do something different. I picked up a pick. I never play bass guitar with a pick, but I loved the sound I was getting by palm muting the strings with my palms of my hands. I can handle that sound. Let's do it. Okay, how important was that really? Well, listen back to that same passage with and without the bass we just recorded, and you tell me which one sounds more complete and full. With these calls, these four walls are getting closer by the foot. Can't leave them all when your heart is never meant. Can't live your best years inside a prison cell. Just 'cause some choose to be shackled doesn't mean you must as well. Well, now that the rhythm glue is in place, it's time to record the rest of the rhythm. That's right, next time, we're going to get started on the drums. So if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying this, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Goin Solo.